afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, spring training action from the Cactus League between the Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, I think it's going to be really important to understand the pitcher that they're facing and make the adjustments as the game goes along. If this guy's in the zone, then be aggressive. Go up there hacking. But if he's trying to be effectively wild within the strike zone, then you got to be a little more patient and work the count.
Jake Arrieta, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. What's your take on him, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
With a moment now, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Starling Marte out there in left field in this one. He won the 2015 Gold Glove Award. Very athletic. You couple him with some of the other outfielders in this ball game, man, oh man, does not look like there are going to be any hits out there.
Freddie Freeman heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today. And we are underway as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1.
First pitch, 1-11.
A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Arrieta gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Our temperature, hot but not overly hot. 87 degrees here at first pitch. And the pitch on 2-1. And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now.
Yeah, not the spot to find yourself against a good leadoff hitter. Down 3-1 to start the afternoon? Not good.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a 5-pitch walk to get us started here this afternoon.
Boy, and he's not too thrilled with that call out there on the mound. And you know what? I don't blame him. I mean, have a look where this pitch is. That catches an awful lot of the plate, and I think I'd be mad if I were him.
Josh Reddick gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson might call a few strikes below the knees from time to time, but he tends to get pretty high praise. He's consistent, and he gets the call right just about every time.
Here it comes, 1-0. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. You have to figure that sinker's going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
Slider, and he touches 90 with that one. It's 1-2.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Well, I think there's something to be said for being patient, and then there's being overly patient. I mean, especially with 2 strikes, you've got to protect the plate up there. But he looks at 4 pitches, and he never even took the bat off his shoulder.
Standing in now, Steve Finley. High and deep to straightaway right. Sano has a play. And he makes the catch for the second out.
And on the mound, he's got to hope he doesn't have to suffer through watching too many more of those off the bat.
Nolan Arenado will dig in, a Silver Slugger winner in the National League a season ago. First pitch of the at-bat. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Back goes to Shields. At the track, the wall. And a climbing attempt at the wall, but this ball is gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center, and Arizona moves out in front now 2-0.
Well, no doubt that's a mistaken location right there. At the plate, his eyes were probably lighting up watching that one come in.
Matt Holliday standing in now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good curveball, strike 2.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Full count, 3-2.
So many times pitchers will get ahead and they'll start to mess around, and the next thing you know, it's a full count like it is here.
And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. Full count, here it comes. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. But the Diamondbacks pick up a couple courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 2-0 Arizona. With that, here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Steve, how do they send these fans home happy here today?
Oh, you got to chip away. You're down by 2 after the top of the first, and that doesn't guarantee they're not going to score more runs as this game goes along, but find a way to get yourself back in this game.
Zack Greinke, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, he's not a lot of fun to face because he's got 5 pitches. As a hitter, you've got to worry about the ball coming in, moving away, the speed. He's a lot to handle when you're up at the plate.
And with that, let's bring in a look at the defensive alignment for the Diamondbacks. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, Matty, we've got the big man behind the plate, Salvador Perez. We all know what he means to this game, how he impacts it defensively, gives you a little pop on the offensive side, but most importantly, a clubhouse leader. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Getting ready now is Starling Marte to lead things off in the home half of inning number 1. And a ball, 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. called strike at the knees, 1-1.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Reddick makes the play, 1 away.
Well, I think this is a slider down in the zone, running away. And that's a very difficult pitch to drive with any authority unless you're a guy like Matt Kemp. And this becomes a harmless fly out to right field.
Stepping in, Delino DeShields, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Over for a look here is Holliday, but this is well back into the stands, a foul ball. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Popped high in the air. Calling for it, Freeman. 2 down.
Yeah, you know, it's not always easy to pick up the baseball in one of these bright, sunny days. Nobody shades his eyes well, and he puts this one away for the second out.
Miguel Sano gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They trail things here 2-0. Salvador Perez makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Drilled on the ground is short. Andres fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting 7, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Striding into the box, Jed Lowry. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. Hit out towards second. Spangenberg is there. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
2 more ground outs, and that's the product of throwing that sinker. Just about every time you swing at it, you're either going to hit the top of it or miss it altogether. And if you do hit it, you're going to be killing all the worms out there in front of home plate.
Adeiny Echeverria into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Arrieta's ready. Here's the 1-0. Right side. fielded cleanly by Zimmerman, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They're up 2-0. Ryan Zimmerman strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
First baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Into the windup and the pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
A little bit of hang time there to that curveball. I don't think that's exactly where he's going to want to throw that pitch going forward. It worked out right there, but he better find a little extra snap on that pitch in the future.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed by Zimmerman as he set down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
Well, that at-bat was all set up with that first pitch curveball. You wonder if he got it stuck in his head that he was going to wind up seeing it again because he was way late on that last fastball.
Here's Kelly Johnson. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Bases are empty, one man out. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are two down.
Well, tough to start a game much better than this. He's run through these first 5 guys pretty easily. This is already his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Looks like he's in it for the long haul here.
Travis d'Arnaud stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Very economical to start out there. Got through that first inning on just 9 pitches. He's got a chance to keep it in single digits here again in the second.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 0-2 delivery. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More Cactus League action coming your way after this. Zack Greinke set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is DeShields. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1.
You see his pitch count here so far. He probably won't get a chance to throw too much longer here in a spring training game.
No one out with a runner at second. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Arrieta sets. Here's the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Marte's after it. 1 out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Josh Reddick in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Toward left center and fairly deep. Marte going back to the track, to the wall. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. A 2-run home run here for Josh Reddick. And the Diamondbacks have stretched their lead now to 4-0.
And that's already 2 home runs he's coughed up here in the first 2 1/3 innings. He's not fooling anybody out there, and they just keep pouring it on.
Now batting.
Into the box,
Center
Steve
fielder.
Finley.
Steve Finley.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. 1 out, nobody on. And a pitch that misses, a ball and a strike to Finley. Swung on and chopped to first. And he is in there.
Now the pitching coach is going to come in and have a word with him. Here in the third, this is probably just to try and clean out the negative and put a positive thought in his head. You know, something like, I've seen you work out at jams like this many times before. I know you can do it again.
Digging in to try it again, Nolan Arenado. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he absolutely crushed it earlier, so let's see if he can get into another one in this at-bat.
He's set. Here it comes. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Seems like there have been quite a few of these easy takes here in these first few innings.
Actually, a lot of easy takes. He's making it much too simple for these guys to get into good hitters counts.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, he's going to have to straighten himself out here pretty quickly, or he's going to be in danger of coming out of this ball game.
Shot towards second, and that'll get down for a base hit. Oh, and the throw is in and out of the glove. And the run will score all the way from first. Now a 5-0 lead.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Matt Holliday standing in now as he'll take a look at ball 1.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
The 1-0 delivery. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And this will get taken in at first for the 2nd out of the inning.
The catcher, number 14.
Yeah, and anytime you can get a guy like this to hit a ball like that, well, you know you've won the battle out there on the mound, and that was a good pitch.
Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
The 0-1 on its way. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Andrus has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We play 2.5. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Rockies nothing. Corey Spangenberg will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
Oh, and you'll wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
To short. Hechavarria has it. And he's retired here, 1 away.
And that's why you love this guy playing short for you. Excellent range, and he's going to show off that hose, too. That's a nice play.
Here's Elvis Andrus now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here it comes on 0-2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see it. He checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called 3rd strike.
Jake Arrieta will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First delivery to him on the way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Jordan Zimmerman will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
27, Jordan Zimmerman.
In now, Jed Lowry. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Up and away to start the inning, it's 1-0. Zimmerman looks in, 1-0 on its way. Now a ball hit high and deep, heading toward the corner in left. But this will land foul just shy of the wall. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a curveball that's yanked high and deep down the line in right. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. It's a solo shot for Jed Lowry. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
And about the only silver lining to this one from a defensive standpoint is the fact that it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. So you can survive it when this guy's hitting just solo shots. It's when he's doing his damage with 2 or 3 guys on base that things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Here's Echeverria now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Six runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Push to the right side. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning.
And you know, you're going to see this a lot with a guy who has a great fastball like he does. This one's on the inner half of the plate, and it's so easy for that bat to just sort of drag through the zone. It's hard to catch up with that thing. And you see right here, he's going to make contact right below the label, and this is just going to turn into an easy, soft liner.
Stepping in now, Zack Greinke. Ground ball sent back up the middle. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Nicely done there in short as you see him ranging to his left. He takes it on his forehand side and then flips it to first for the out.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Hit in the air out to left field. Marte on the move. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. But the D-backs tack on, courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 6 and the Rockies nothing. Starling Mark. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
And that guy right there is the beneficiary of all these early runs. He's got to be the happiest guy in the ballpark.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory and taken in out there for the first out.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Delino DeShields in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. One and two.
Just overmatched him there.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Miguel Sano digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Little dribbler back at him. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Good work there by Zack Greinke. His club up big. It's 6-zip. Nate Carnes will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Now at the plate, Josh Reddick. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Josh Reddick.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Hot shot to third. Oh, and it eats up Johnson. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Well, you'll get another look at this. This ball's hit sharply, so it gets on him pretty quickly. He's able to knock it down, but they weren't going to have a play after that. That should go down as an infield single.
In now, Steve Finley, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. One and 0 pitch on the way. And this ball hits the first base bag. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
The batter, number 20, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
6 runs, 8 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. 2-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Set to deal on 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now. 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's 8-0.
That man right there is off to a heck of a start here so far. Drives in 2 more runs there. That's 5 for him on the afternoon. He just continues to come up big with runners on base.
Matt Holliday will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
Line toward the gap in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Here comes Arenado wheeling around third. And a relay to the plate. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
I feel like I've seen this before. That is 3 straight doubles now. How often do you see that? He's going to drive in another run here as the big inning continues.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Well, you know, he's starting to look a little bit frustrated out there. He's looking for the right formula, but he hasn't been able to find it.
3 runs already home here. On the ground near home. Darno is up with it, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Jed Lowry stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
It was a breaking ball away that he got out in front and just pulled it. I don't think that's necessarily the best approach for that pitch, but he got a good piece of it anyway.
Into the seats, 0-1. Oh and 1, here it comes. To short, hit hard. There is Andrus. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 3, shortstop,
Adani Echeverria will try things again. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips.
Yeah, he got solid contact on that line out, but it just didn't work out. In this game, you have to trust your approach. Eventually, it's going to pay off.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Marte will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. Arizona's on top, 9-0. Ryan Zimmerman is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him in just 3 pitches.
Greinke gets the sign. First pitch on its way. And he lays off there, 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
Bat splinters as this is on the ground to first base.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
And another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. On the ground up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here's Kelly Johnson as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just 1 hit to this point. At the plate, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. But this will land foul shy of the wall. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
And that's exactly where you want to put that thing. Start it right down the middle and trust that its action will cause it to drop.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, believe me, it's way too soon to start worrying about how a guy's hitting. But even though this is 2 strikeouts for him now, spring training is mostly about just getting your body ready for the season, getting used to being in there day after day. I don't think he'll be too worried about his stats. At least he shouldn't be.
Corey Spangenberg stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch on its way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
And this offense has just been stuck in neutral. Even when they get a guy on to start the inning, they've got nothing to go with it.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Rockies strand one. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Adam Warren will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Zack Greinke comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused, because sometimes that competitive edge can dwindle on you a little bit when you think you're just cruising.
Liner towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first down.
And don't forget, for a pitcher, this guy can swing it pretty well. Just a little bit unlucky right there, but he hit that ball pretty good.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. This is pulled into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
How about this out of the bullpen? 3 pitches, 2 outs. Can't do a whole lot better than that.
Josh. Here's the first pitch to him. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. D-backs are down on 4 pitches, but they'll live with it as they hold a 9-0 lead. Elvis Andrus will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
And I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Greinke's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Lowry. And on 1 pitch, he's retired.
Sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Chase Headley will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 12, Chase Headley.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And you would think that this heat would start affecting him sooner or later, but it hasn't so far.
If anything, he's getting stronger as the day goes on.
Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
And Headley's able to lay off there. He's got it back to 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. 3-2 now. Starling Marte will be next. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
first walk he's given up so far, and when you combine that with just one hit, it's not hard to see why these guys are having a lot of trouble scoring runs.
Starling Marte will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. The 0-2 home. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Now batting.
Well, in case you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot of these so far. 11 for him in the contest all told, as he just continues to mow down the opposing lineup here late into the ball game. Standing in now, Delino DeShields, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. One left for Colorado. They're down 9-0. Back here on the show. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Yorvis Medina will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Steve Finley ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as this lead got even wider.
How's this for a welcome to the ball game? One pitch and see you later. I've got a feeling that's not what the manager had in mind.
Nolan Arenado will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded to short. Andrews takes it in. On the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
And that's a good guy to take care of on one pitch, especially on a swing like that.
Matt Holliday digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And Holliday will not offer at that one. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. High and deep to right center field. DeShields going back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Well, this is why you have your speediest outfielder in center field. He doesn't have to be your best outfielder, but he's got to be able to track some things down, and this is why they've got him out there right now. What a brilliant play.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Marte is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen,
One for the Diamondbacks, and it comes courtesy of the long ball. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 10 and the Rockies nothing. Miguel Sano will dig in for the 3rd time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Miguel Sano.
Hard hit ball to second. Lowry's got it, and he's set down, 1 away.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or 2. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all. And when he has, they've been out of the zone.
On his way to pitch number 75. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Kelly Johnson stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. In there at the knees, strike 1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
2 out, nobody on. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Next pitch will be an even 80 so far for Greinke. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And I think that's what they were trying to set him up for. Going with that changeup down in the zone on a 1-2 count. Very difficult to react to, but he did a great job of holding back.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Anthony Varvaro will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Jed Lowry gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the fourth.
Jed Lowry.
Eighth inning underway here with a curveball that's taken for a ball, 1-0. To first. Played on the backhand. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
The batter, number 3.
Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Adeiny Echeverria will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
As a hitting coach, that's what you want your hitters to do. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You get into bad habits when you try to pull everything, but here just stays right on it and picks up a solid 1-out single.
Zack Greinke gets an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance this afternoon, and, well, he's really earned it.
Well, he definitely has, Matt. I mean, he's been on point today and really held him at bay.
First offering on its way. In there, strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runners on first with 1 down. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Lifted in the air out to right. Sano over to his right, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. A good afternoon of spring training baseball thus far as you get a look there at our line score through the first 7. Freddie Freeman digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he was pretty unlucky last time because he squared up that fastball nicely. So we're going to have to see if they still come at him with hard stuff.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left for Arizona, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. Travis d'Arnaud will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Greinke steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
Corey Spangenberg will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yeah, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 0-1, here's the pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Throw by Lowry, and there's the first out.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits. Both of them are singles. And he's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Elvis Andrus strides in, grounded out his last time through. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Hit sharply on the ground. Lowry's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
Tyler Flowers will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 25, Tyler Flowers.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
And that pitch count is 88 now. But to me, he looks good to go.
A man on third with 2 down. And it's quickly 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
I think he's set up for that changeup again, Steve. Don't you?
I was thinking the same thing.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A little low. It's 2-2.
I smell another changeup coming here before too long.
Could even be right here.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. We're back. David Hernandez will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Hernandez.
Josh Reddick is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. One and one, here it comes. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Sano looks up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo home run here for Josh Reddick. His 2nd of the game as the blowout continues.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
Steve Finley will stand in to try it again, already with 1 home run of the ball game, and on cue, here it was back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd home run of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
As a pitcher, and especially as a relief pitcher, you got to have a short memory out there. Here, he gets burned again on back-to-back home runs. Not really what you want to do when you're coming out of the pen.
Here's Nolan Arenado.
Third baseman, Nolan.
As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
A pretty good swing there.
Catcher, number 14.
You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Andrus relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More Cactus League action coming your way after this.
But hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Greinke looks in, and the pitch. Right there for strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. And a diving effort there at third. Good way to bruise your ribs. How much for one of them ribs? It's a foul ball. Now a pitch popped up. Should be enough room for Perez behind the plate. No problem here. 1 away.
Center fielder.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Delino DeShields will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the 9th.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. And with one out in the ninth, he's just now coming up on his 100th pitch of the ball game. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Full count now, 3-2.
I know he wants the shutout, but with his pitch count the way it is right now, a walk right here might signal the end of the line for him.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. You can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
Miguel Sano will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and one away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
The 0-1 delivery. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2. Runner at first here, one man out. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
Oh, good pitch right there for the punch-out. He tried the fastball on the last pitch, but he comes back with a little wrinkle on 1 and 2, and it works out for him.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Left side, gloved by Arenado. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.